Today we're going over the top mistakes that are made at all-inclusive resorts. So that way next time you go, you are better prepared. The biggest mistake is assuming that everything's included. Make sure to do your research before you go. Not everything's included in all-inclusive resorts. This is why I love Sandals. Sandals is the most all-inclusive resort. Food, drinks, top shelf liquor, most activities. However, many all-inclusive resorts are a lot less inclusive than you would normally think. So some resorts have it to where top shelf liquor is extra. Some resorts, the fine dining is extra. Scuba diving may be extra. So be sure to double check our all-inclusive resort to see what included and what is not included for that specific resort. Because on Sandals, all those are included, but most other ones, they are not. The second mistake you should avoid is not reserving your dining times. At pretty much any all-inclusive resort, yes, they have a variety of dining options, but the most popular ones fill up pretty quickly. So if you're able to book it before you go to the resort, book it then. If your place doesn't let you book until you actually arrive to your place, then the first thing you do when you arrive, before you even go to your room, is book those dining options. For example, when I went to all-inclusive resort, there was one restaurant that me and my wife wanted to eat at that was booked out for the next 3 days. So we had to wait till our 4th day to get there. And that was us getting there and reserving as soon as we can. So be sure to book those restaurants the first chance you get. The third mistake people make at all-inclusive resorts is assuming they're all the same. Beyond just what's included is the environment. I made this mistake before. I thought it was all going to be the same. They all have the same vibe. They're all adults only, but there's family-friendly all-inclusive. There's adults only all-inclusive. There are themed all-inclusive. Some of these even have charter opportunities. So be sure to check that out for not only for your resort, but possibly the time frame that you're staying there as well. So go in with the list of what you want out of the resort and compare them to each other to see what best fits your needs. For example, what's best for me, Sandals, adults only, all-inclusive, may differ from someone else who says, hey, I want to bring my family with me. I want to bring my children. Number 4 is one I admittedly made last time I went to an all-inclusive resort, is not bringing some of your odds and ends, like sunglasses, sunblock, things like that, extra pair of sandals. Because yes, you could buy this at most resorts, but it's going to be very expensive compared to as if you bought it before you went to the resort. It could have been a lot cheaper. And all these items are 4 or 5 times the cost than you would have been able to purchase for at home. Get sunblock for a few bucks at home versus you wait to get a resort. It's going to be $20+ easily. So be sure to have a well thought out packing list and double check the packing list before you take off to your resort. The 5th mistake that people make is, hey, I got to my resort. I just found out my friend is staying at a different resort, maybe a few hotels down, maybe inside town, close by. We should go to their resort, or they should come to our resort. But not all resorts will let you do that. Most of the time, if you can go from one resort to someone else's resort, it's an extra charge. Our resorts have an option for a day pass. So if you find out that, hey, your friend is down the road, you can go over there, but you have to pay for a day pass, if they're even allowed on the resort. So maybe an option to look into that, or even maybe meet up in town when you find this out, because I stayed at resorts before and found out someone's staying a few resorts down. So this actually happens more often than one might attend. 6, in all-inclusive resorts, tipping's not always included. Sandals is a great example to where tipping is included. Gratuities are already included in your base price. There's no extra money you need to spend, and you're not allowed to actually tip while you're there. However, most other resorts are not like that. They expect tips. Tipping is something that is highly encouraged. So it may give you a little different vibe at those resorts, but no, depending on where you're at, find out if tipping is accepted or expected or not allowed at all. That way, if it is expected, you prepare with some 1s and 5s instead of going there and maybe only have 100 or no cash at all. The next mistake people would make is not bringing a big cup with you. I love bringing Yetis everywhere I go. When I go on a cruise ship, I fill that thing up. I go to all-inclusive resort, I fill that up. Why? Because drinks have already included, or you have some kind of drink package, they will fill that up for you. And if you bring a big old cup with you, that's one less trip you had to make. You can hold a lot more drink and keep it a little cold for a lot longer. So be sure to bring that extra big cup for you. Yeti, if possible. And the last mistake not to make that I'm going to go over today is if your resort has a wristband, don't take it off. It's because if you lose it, it's typically going to be some additional charge. Typically, that's how the resort knows that, yes, you belong on the resort and how you're able to get your food as well. And back to the first question, if it's one of those things that, hey, there's different categories of what's included, different levels of access with your all included there, Typically, the wristband color or something about the wristband will indicate what level you are. So this way, you're not denied any service that you're entitled to that you've already paid for. Last thing you want to do is pay for some additional services, not have that wristband, and then think that, no, you can't get this service. You got to go back, pay to get a new wristband. It's just a big old hassle. If you have kids, don't let them take it off. Kids will lose it. They lose everything. Trust me, I have two of my own. Good luck keeping anything straight. What mistakes have you made at an all-inclusive resort that you made that I missed? Let me know. See y'all next time.